Okay, next we're going to make a view. A view is like a query, except it becomes a permanent part of the database. Notice in the database there's the tables, and then below here there's views. Right now we don't have any. So there's two ways to make a view. You can open up a normal query and then put the words create view up top as follows. I'm going to pick on File, Open, File, and then we're going to go into one that's actually called create view, as we can see. Notice how it's a normal query, except up top it says create view, and it has the view name as, and then you just have your regular SQL statements there. So we're going to run this. Notice when you run it, it actually doesn't run the select. All right, it just creates the view. So we're going to close that now. And now if we right click on views and go ahead and refresh that, then we're going to see the actual view. Now if you wanted to run that, you're going to right click on it, and actually what we can do is select the top 100 rows, and that'll actually run the view. But now the view is actually a permanent part of the database. When the view runs, it does refresh the query, so you would see the freshest data at that time. And now you can really use that as a data source, like any table. You know, it really is a permanent structure in the database. It's actually when I say it's a permanent structure, the view is there, but every time the view runs, it re-queries the table. The second way to make a view is as follows. We're going to close this window. Now we're going to go to where it says Views on the Database Explorer. We're going to right click on Views and pick on New View. Now notice how this is going to be the same visual screen that we saw when we made a query in Design View a few examples back. So in this case we can start to pick our tables, as many as we wanted to, and then start to pick our fields from our tables as we did before. Maybe we'll use the ship country and the order amount. I want to pick the product ID, the unit price, and the quantity. From the products table, I'd like to get the product name. Now, one thing we really need to do is tie these tables together. So I'm going to pick up the order ID and drag it over to the order ID over here. And then these two tables are linked by the product ID. Now we should be able to close the window. We'll save the view, and we'll call this one orders with details and product names. Now we're going to right click on views. Actually it shows up here. We're going to right click on the view, click on select. That'll actually run the view, and in this case you can see we have information from the order table, the order details, and also from the product table. So that's what a view is. Is this really going to be a query that we make into a permanent structure into the